Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you are new. For those of you that are new, my name is Anna and this is Home and Garden with Anna, and today we are in the home. We are starting off by giving the kitchen a deep clean. We've been gone for 3 weeks and we came home and immediately jumped into garden chores, but my house suffered, especially the first couple days because we were just living in the house, not doing anything. The kitchen was a complete disaster. We were eating, putting our dishes in the sink, and we were just getting to work outside and just resting from, well, you know how it is when you're gone and you come home and you just, need a minute. And that is exactly what we did. We gave ourselves a minute, but we also did a lot of work outside in the garden. Ernie had left on this day, and I figured it was a good day to jump into getting the house reset and back in order. When I left the house, I didn't leave in a good headspace, so I needed to come home and take ownership of my home again because I'm feeling good. For those of you that are asking me in the videos how I'm doing and how my back is great. I'm still have numbness in my feet, but I'm not dwelling on it. I'm back. I'm living life. I'm taking a hold of every day, and I am back in my routine, and it feels so good. But look at the stove. The stove was another story. I didn't clean before I left. I left the house exactly the way it is. The only thing I did was throw my covers over my bed to make it look made and rinse out the dishes that were in the sink so that, no food stayed on them, and I took the trash out, and that was it. That's all I did. Now, I was suffering from a back injury, and so I'm not going to get into that. You can go back and watch gardening videos where Ernie's doing all the work and hear my story there. But anyways, I'm good. I'm back. Now, the stove wasn't this sturdy when I left. The kids came over. We got home on Thursday night. The kids came over on Saturday to celebrate early because they were doing something with the league. And I'm really quick before I continue the story. I'm using this metal scrubber and Barkeeper's Friend to clean my stove, and I get a lot of questions when people ask me, does it scratch your stainless steel? Yeah, it leaves little scratches, but I don't care. It's clean. So there's that, just in case somebody's going to ask. Where was I? Oh, the kids came over on Saturday and I cooked a big enchilada dinner. And so that's why the stove was so messy. It didn't look like that. I didn't leave it like that. I would not have left it like that to leave for a few weeks to Florida. So just wanted to let you guys know that. The fact that I left the stove like this for 2 days because Ernie left on Monday morning is growth on my part. And what I mean by that is I have learned in my older age how to let some of the messes go so that I can be present with the people that are around me and just enjoy them and know that I can get to it later. Now, the old Anna, and this is why I say that it's growth, the old Anna would have taken the time, the 2 hours or what have you to deep clean the kitchen, while people were there and present, because, especially when the kids left, or when the kids were there, I would have taken the time to clean the stove while they were there. And it would have taken time away from visiting with them. So just wanted to put that out there that I have grown, and I'm happy. Very, very happy about that. But look at this hidden grease that's hiding up here in the little ridge around where my filter goes up at the top of the fan. Oh my gosh, I was like, what the heck? And those are the little tiny areas that hang on to odor, like kitchen odors. And you never know where it comes from. Not that my kitchen smelled. Well, not to me anyways, but you never know, right? So anyways, got that clean. And I always go over it with some Sprayway. I love Sprayway just to shine everything up before I move on. Anyways, so yeah, we're getting the house back in order. My area regs need to be cleaned. These rugs that I have, they need to be shampooed. On that Saturday that I made that big enchilada dinner, I had spilled some enchilada sauce on the one by the stove, so that needed to be done. And they just get grimy and dirty and crusty just from living in your home. So it felt really good to be back to myself, and I know this is going to sound weird, but when Ernie leaves, I hate to see him go. I hate it. But I also look forward to it because I am a routine gal. I'm the type of girl that has to be in a routine because I'm an empty nester and my husband works out of town. I have to have a routine, and that was the hardest part for me while I was going through the injury, was that I had lost my routine. So I was excited on this day to get back into my routine and to show myself that I was back, if that makes any sense at all. So um, just excited to get back and take ownership of my home and take control of my life all over again. And it's a long story. Like I said, you can go back and watch older videos, but wow, the headspace, it's a thing. It really is. I love the Barkeeper's Friends for freshening up your pots and pans. I could have done it to my cookie sheet, but I didn't. But I love Barkeeper's Friends. It really just makes your pots and pans look brand new again. And I use that same metal scrubber. What is that? Oh gosh, I always forget what it's called. It's like a SOS pad, but it's not. A Brillo pad, Brillo pad. I love the Brillo pad in the kitchen. It gets rid of everything. And I'm more concerned with everything looking clean than, looking pretty because, well, I have a kitchen that I use. So my kitchen actually gets used. So anyways, we're just washing all the gadgets and gadgets that go to the stove. Part of a deep clean on the kitchen is just really doing a deep clean on the stove area because I do use it a lot. Garbage disposal, pendant lights, those areas that you really just don't think about. And so, on a daily clean, your daily routine, or when you're doing your dishes or that kind of stuff, just getting those extra areas. So I'm filling the sink up with for the dishwasher soap. I used to use pods when I had pods, and I would put 2 pods in the sink, fill it up with hot water, throw my grates in there, and let them soak for a few hours, and it really did break down the grease and grime. This one didn't work so much. It didn't work as good at all as the pods, so I do end up spraying them with the Dawn Power Wash, which I keep under my sink. I use regular Dawn on the top of the sink in my dispenser, but I keep the Power Wash under my sink, and I always like to light them just to make sure they light up again after I'm done cleaning, and let them run for just a minute. But anyways, I end up using the Dawn Power Wash because Dawn Power Wash just, wow, it just gets rid of everything. And you're going to see here, I'm going to give you guys shots of all the grease and grime, like especially on this vent. If you have not done this to your vent, and you've just, washed it and not let it soak with the Dawn Power Wash, you're going to see how much grease and grime comes out of it. It's wild. So this is where I let them soak for a couple of hours. I did some other things around the house, and I came back and I started scrubbing. I'm like, wow, I'm not getting that, that feeling. I didn't feel. So I used some Dawn, and then eventually I get out the Dawn Power Wash and just spray it down because it just really, what would have been better is if I would have let them soak in the Dawn Power Wash. So next time I'll just spray them down with Dawn Power Wash, and then I'll let them soak in the sink, and then go through this process right here. This is how I like to wash my grates. They don't come out perfectly clean. Like I said, my stove gets a lot of use. I use it at least once a day, and on the weekends multiple times. So it gets a lot of use, and that's a good thing. It's a good problem to have. That means we have food to cook and we are happy. Anyway, so I want to show you a little shot of the dirty water, just to show you that the Dawn Power Wash really does work. And then the soaking, look at the water. So I love to see that because then I know all of my efforts were good. So like I said, not every little tiny, bit of the grate is perfectly clean, but it's clean enough. So anyways, it always makes me feel good. Here's the shot coming up in a second here of that filter. Look at that. Look at all of that grease that comes out of it. And I let that sit probably for like an hour. And then I just rinse it with hot water, and it's squeaky clean after that. But it always feels so good to do that. Know that I'm getting rid of all of that hidden grease and hidden dirt around the stove area. Because like if you're like me and you use your stove a lot, then this is necessary at least once a week. It really is. It is a necessary thing to do, and I hadn't done it in a couple of weeks, but let's be honest, I wasn't really cooking anyways. Just like maybe the last time Ernie was here, I was cooking, I was doing things, but and then of course over the weekend, but I hadn't done it in a bit, so it was time. And this is just maintenance cleaning. I like to tell people that I am not one of those people that does like the big spring cleaning videos. I don't dedicate multiple videos to spring cleaning. Oh, and my camera died when I was doing this, so you guys didn't get to have the gratification of the garbage disposal bubbling out blue bubbles. I was kind of bummed about that. There wasn't anything I could do about it. But I'm not one of those gals that does that kind of thing. I clean my home thoroughly throughout the year. So if you're somebody who doesn't like the pressure of spring cleaning or, all of that kind of stuff, and you just want to keep a neat, tidy, organized home, and you want to have somebody to clean with and to motivate you, this is the channel for you. That is what I do here. Also, I do everything around the home, so you may have started watching my channel because of gardening videos. I also do some room makeovers, which we have a couple coming up here. I also get a lot of questions about our country home right now. You guys, I was set back for 6 to 8 weeks. I'm guesstimating the 6 to 8 weeks because I keep remembering the day I went to the ER, but I know that I was sick before that. But I have a back injury, and it set us back about 6 to 8 weeks. And during that time, we found out that our son and daughter-in-law are moving to Tennessee from Arizona. So I have some work to do upstairs. I have some room makeovers that I need to take care of. So we're not sure when we're going to get to the country house to do anything, but make sure your bell notifications are turned on so that you are aware when I upload videos. That is all I did on day 1. It's now day 2. I've got my headphones on and my yacht rock going. You guys know I love to listen to my yacht rock when I am cleaning. That or worship music. Today it was yacht rock, but I wanted to get to this microwave. I haven't touched it in quite some time, and it was filthy and needed to be cleaned out. So we're going to go ahead and take care of that. But anyways, I was talking about the country house earlier, and I feel like I need to share more information on that. And also that my son and daughter-in-law, they're moving to Tennessee, but they're moving in with us while they look for a property to buy. So, and I don't know how long that's going to take them. It could take them a month. It could take them 6 months. It could take them 2 years. I don't know. But we didn't give them a time limit because we want them to find the perfect property. So we have some things to do. I need to switch the guest room over to what used to be my home decor room, and I need to empty that room so that they can come in and take over. Now they're moving here in October, and it's going to come a lot quicker than we anticipate. That's about 4.5 months from now, which is shocking, but we need to get that taken care of, and we need to take care of the loft. So we have some projects here that we want to do. And yeah, so life goes, it moves. But so that's what I was talking about. The country houses, that's going to have to be put on hold now because we have those projects that we need to concentrate on here, which takes money. And that would be money that I'd be using over there. So anyway, so now we've moved on to the rugs, and you guys are going to see that I have a little accident. I did slip and fall in this video, and I contemplated not showing it because it's embarrassing, number 1. Number 2, I do want to share it because I want to share. I talk to you guys about this all the time, sometimes in the comments about, when you're an empty nester and you're alone, you have to be so careful, and we don't always foresee the dangers of accidents when we are alone. And I'm showing you my Folex. I have used this since the 90s. I love this stuff. I mean, since the 90s, I've used Folex. I love it so much. Anyways, I'm spraying the spots, and then I go back over, and I don't think I show it. Do I show it? Yes, I just do I spray the whole rug with it. And then I'm just using water in my in my carpet shampooer. But anyways, I fall, and it's important to share that kind of stuff because it makes you more aware. And I was barefoot, and because the bottom of my feet are numb, I couldn't tell that my feet were wet or I was stepping in water. And you're going to see because I slow it down, unfortunately. but I, you know what? Sometimes it's important to show those kind of things for the reason I'm telling you, just to make you more aware as somebody who's by yourself. It was the last thing that I needed to do with my back injury. And so luckily the lower part of my back is still numb. I mean, I don't feel any pain at all, but I do feel that it is stiff, which is normal. You know, I strained a muscle or two, I'm sure, which you'll see. It takes me a minute after I get up, and I had to use the counter to heist myself up off the ground. Oh, life. But anyways, it felt good to get this kitchen deep cleaned. I was dreading doing the whole house, and so this time around I decided to film a good clean of this room because this was the room that was bothering me the most. And sometimes that's what you need to do to get motivated. Look how filthy these rugs were. Oh my goodness. Anyways, here we go with the fall. Oh yeah, I caught myself though. Yeah, so there we go. I had no idea. I didn't use the carpet shampoo over there, but my feet were wet, obviously, so oh my goodness. And it was pouring down rain on this day, which was lovely. The grass, the plants are getting plenty of water. Anyways, I did want to just concentrate on one room because the kitchen was the room that was bothering me the most. Sometimes when you start in the worst room, the hardest room, it makes the rest of the house seem so easy to do. And that's why I decided to do this, because for me, the room was, this room, the kitchen was the worst for me. And so I wanted to really just concentrate on it. Two things that I didn't do because I'm not ready to get up on a step ladder yet are the pendants and the hood, but they weren't horrible. So I was okay with that. But that's typically two areas that I would have touched. I don't mind getting up on it. I would just rather do that when Ernie's home, especially after that little slipping accident. But the last thing that I had to do was get this area mopped. And when I do zone cleaning, meaning rooms at a time, so the kitchen was the zone I was working in, I do tend to just mop those areas. That way, when I leave that room, I know that it is clean from top to bottom and I don't have to worry about that. And sometimes it's easier for me. Other times I'm feeling really energetic and I'll get the whole entire house clean and then I'll mop the whole entire house. I wasn't feeling that kind of energy on this day. Not because I don't have it, but just because I didn't want to. So sometimes that's a big deal. Anyways, I felt good getting this room clean, and like I said, the rest of the house seemed so minor after I got this done because, you know, the kitchen is one of the dirtiest rooms of the house, and then I think your bathrooms are second. Well, I guess it depends on what kind of housekeeper you are, but for me, that's the issue. So the next rooms that I'll be cleaning in the next video will be the bathrooms, the guest and the master. We're going to concentrate on those and get those taken care of, but look how beautiful the kitchen turned out. I hope you guys got some motivation today. That is the goal with this video, is to motivate and get you guys moving and get your house clean. I appreciate you guys staying till the end, and we will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.